First of all, I'd like to state that we are recording with video.
Hey!
And I would also like to state, for people that were clamoring for it, you kind of let us down last week because I got no more than a smattering of, hey, video. So, it's not like I want to go and put on a clean hoodie for no reason at all.
I put on full face of make. Well,
You look sensational with your new lighting.
Do I? Okay.
Yes.
Good.
I can't wait for the show to start. You're going to do great.
I took notes. I've got everything ready to go here on my note cards.
I was afraid you were going to be very peeved at me for pocketing one of our key topics for tonight so I can share it with my son on TMOS this Thursday.
Rob, if we don't have to talk about Elvis impersonators, I'm okay with it.
Easy. And it's not the impersonator that you're going to like. It's the outfit.
Yours?
Yeah.
Oh my
mine.
God, you mean you? Yes. Okay, you are talking about
I am talking about me. I mean, I could come in and say, hey, he wore the 1968 black leathers. He wore a pink sport jacket. He wore the eyelet. And you know what? I know the names of the jumpsuits. He wore the eyelet jumpsuit. Or did he wear the golden vines? Oh, maybe he did. I'll never tell.
I'm not even sure I understood half of what you just said.
Okay, then let's do about something you do understand. And this is a new segment on the show called Katie's Busy Day.
Can we start the show first?
Oh, do you want to start the show?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have an HT?
An HT, a hat trick?
Hateful Thought.
Oh.
Harriet Tubman? No. Because we talked about you having a hateful thought.
I went straight to hockey.
I know, as you always do. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't.
It's because things are going so well, you don't hate anything.
I have had a day, and if I start hating stuff right now, I'm going to spiral.
All right, let's go ahead and get this show ready because I've got a jukebox tonight, and that waits for no man.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. Cake and cookies. Rob.
That's not
and
right.
Katie.
I meant to
It's
do
the
this.
Rob and Katie Show.
Hold on. You know what? I messed up. But that's okay because we haven't started the show yet. All right. Are you ready to start? How about give me a 3, 2, 1, but don't say the 1.
Okay. 3, 2.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
So far, so good. One more button.
Cake
Dude.
and cookies. Rob and Katie. It's the Rob and Katie Show.
I would also love to compliment your fidelity, which actually plays in to Katie's big day. Or was it busy day?
So first I got on my red Schwinn.
No, I'm thinking more of like a Richard Scarry book.
Oh.
Where you're out among like little cats and a worm, lowly worm, and I think
I'm
there's
not
dogs.
that short.
Oh yeah, and by the way, in relative, is lowly worm as big as those cats? Because if he is, he's like a snake.
I don't.
I know he drives in an apple. I said that like it was the linchpin of a court case.
And yes, and of all the things that make sense about any of this,
Listen, I
not
know
that he drives in an apple, but that the size is relative.
Well, 3 of those cars is the height of a Smurf.
Right?
But
3
I don't
apples
know
high.
I don't think he's in the Smurfiverse, lowly worm.
I don't think so.
Do you think I think our listeners know who Richard Scarry is, right?
I would imagine so.
He's not a horror writer.
No.
No, he's
Despite his name.
That's right. But anyway, I wanted to compliment you on your fidelity because you actually went to a Guitar Center today.
I did. I told you last week that I didn't think Savannah had one, but we do.
Well, of course, because is it more of a banjo center?
Okay, it is. It's a little Guitar Center.
For little guitars.
Yes, little ukuleles only.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah, You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
No, I mean it's much much smaller than, and I'm sure that there are other small. It wasn't.
It wasn't as
That
big as like a
small?
photo mat.
It.
It wasn't like a drive up, was it? No. Hey,
No.
more references of things that we don't have anymore. Richard's Scary Books and photo mats.
But I think I figured out why it's not very big.
Okay, how come?
So it's right beside. There's a very large car audio center next
Yes. Mm-hmm. You know what
Okay.
you could buy there? A cassette deck.
to it. An 8-track.
Yep. An AM Delco radio with high fidelity sound.
But beside that, I think is why the Guitar Center is not huge, is because there's Portman Music, and
Oh.
and
And
it's
Portman
like all
Music it's owned by Natalie Portman.
like all the instruments, etc. But what
Oh.
I thought, what I saw was actually cool. They had a big marquee in the front, and it
Sure.
said "Homeschool Band starts March 6th."
That plays right into your loves. I mean, you like music, you like bands.
I
This
like to
is
be at
you.
home.
Yeah, well, yeah, but what if you could do it like on Zoom?
No,
Would it kill you to go to Portman's and buy an oboe?
I'm too old. What I'm pretty sure this means is that they have a band
Yeah.
and they do band practice there at Portman's and for homeschool kids, which I think is awesome. Like,
I
'cause
bet these are not, I'm guessing these are not your best musicians.
I would. There are so many kids that are homeschooled here, and like, I would bet that they're not bad.
I don't
Social
know.
skills may be lacking,
I
but talent abounds.
I actually have a couple tapes.
I feel like I just gave myself my own logo, my own
Yes.
moniker.
Yeah.
Social skills may be lacking, but talent abounds.
I have tape of the homeschool band at Portman's if you'd like to hear it.
No.
Yeah, they're very good. Listen, check it out. Okay. Oh, this is the final countdown by Europe.
They are trying so hard.
All right, maybe you would like the second recording better. It might also be good. Here we go. Oh, Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas.
So that song was really popular for show choir
Yeah.
my sophomore year of high school. It sounds like it was so sad.
I know, that's enough of that. It was sad.
It was a
So,
little flat
think-
enough to be minor.
Yeah. It's a good musician's joke. So, did you even try Portman's? Because you know what I bet happens a lot at Portman's? People, and they go and they buy their bassoon or whatever you buy, your snare drum, your bongo. You say, do you have any cabling that I can mic my snare drum? And they'll say, you got to go to Guitar Center. It's next door. And they'll say, who are you? I'm Mr. Portman.
Well,
Johnny Portman.
I knew I needed a Scarlett, so once I figured out that that
Just
there
like
was,
Rhett Butler.
who doesn't need one? Once I figured out that there was a Guitar Center in Savannah, I got on
How
their
big
website.
was it? Are you going on about how is it as big as a 7-Eleven?
How big is the 7-Eleven?
Well, I mean, okay.
I would say closer to the size of a Wawa.
Okay, does it have like a Slurpee machine?
I did not see one.
Okay, you know what? Maybe
Again?
I'm getting lost in the convenience store angle.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I would like a used Scarlett and a gobble gobble turkey sandwich.
But I mean, you asked me like what kind of difficulties, and it was the easiest thing ever. I walked in. They were so friendly. Some bad haircuts.
They must have just opened. I think you went like at opening, right?
Yeah, they opened at 11, and I think I was there at 11:14.
That's a slacking time to open a business. 11.
That's a musician time to open a business.
I mean, think of that. That means you work an hour, then take your lunch break.
So, or do people come visit you on their lunch break, so you don't actually have like
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
So, were these guys, these employees, were they super friendly, motivated?
Very super friendly.
Motivated?
I mean, I there was nobody else there. There's
Okay.
I don't know what else.
Did they
what-
greet you when you came in the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Like
But-
you were
but
there
you
to
know-
save them?
Like all guitar centers are laid out the same with the like you walk in through the doors and there's
Right.
the counter and greet
Yeah.
sort of center is
And then
right
there's
there.
like some orchestral stuff up front, like if you wanted to buy like a microphone boom or
So
drumstick. Yeah.
This one
drumsticks
was
maybe.
laid out. So you walk in. I think maybe because it was. I've only been in really big ones. Shut your face.
That's all right. But most stores are big to you.
But I know. But you
You
walk
drive
in,
up in your Apple.
and sort of up and to the right a little bit is
Yeah.
all like keyboards.
Yeah.
But then right in front of you, they just dive right into all the stuff that you would need real quick. So
Yeah.
literally guitar strings,
Mm-hmm.
drumsticks,
Yep.
cable like XLR cables, like
Oh, you know what else? Sheet
amp,
music.
all that was nope. That stuff's in the Portmans, I think.
Okay. All right. You know what? They had to have come to an agreement. Hey, how about this? I bet Portman's owns that Guitar Center.
I wouldn't be surprised because if you're correct, I'm pretty sure that guitar centers are franchises, right?
Yeah, and Portman, his name is good as gold.
Robert.
John Portman. You don't think so? Have you ever met a Portman other than, like Natalie?
I don't think so.
I would go in and demand. Bring
Wanna
me
see-
Portman.
Yeah. I want the widow Portman. I bet
Oh,
she's
last
the one
generation.
to deal
Yeah.
with.
She wears a mantilla, which is
I don't
a
know
black
what that
lacy.
is.
It's a black lacy thing that you lay in your hair.
Uh-huh.
Old people like that. She's great with hard candy. Widow Portman.
You and widow Portman, you'd be fast friends
We
with your
would
hard
be
candy.
fast friends. A lot of people think I killed Mr. Portman to get at the Widow Portman.
Stop
That's
it.
why I had to leave Savannah, and I almost said Memphis, which is not right. I was run out of town by
Twice.
a couple of the Portman kids. Reg from Guitar Center was in on it, and they said, "You could have killed Mr. Portman, so out of town you go."
Out of town you go. Meanwhile, they were fantastic assisting me. Because I knew I hate like shopping and
Yeah.
I knew
You wanna get in and
exactly
get it
what I
done, yeah.
wanted. I looked it up online. They had 2 used ones. Mm-hmm. I wanted the Scarlet Solo
Yes,
and they had 2 used ones. One was in
That's-
great condition.
that's Han and Leia's daughter.
And then they and then they had not even a little bit.
Not even.
But
close.
I always laugh.
That's why it works. Shoehorns. They say it's-
Stick them in there.
So were they
so-
high?
I don't know that they were. There was somebody that walked in behind me,
Oh,
so I don't know where the smell came from.
because I'm thinking with an 11 o'clock opening, there might be an unofficial opening of 10 o'clock for employees only, where they hotboxed back by the sheet music.
Well, like whatever they're doing,
Keep it up.
keep it up because I
And
walked
if you
in,
if you want 2 Scarlets from there, don't, because you already have one.
I already have one.
That's
But
right.
I said
Oh, we should tell people a
I
Scarlet
looked
is-
online. Oh
is
yeah,
it's an analog digital interface that allows Katie's mixing board to talk to her computer. That's all.
why yes.
Well, yes, bless its heart.
Bless its little heart.
Go ahead.
But,
I'm sorry.
No, I had looked it up online. It said that they had 2. So I asked the man. I said, I know exactly what I want. I hope you can help me. says one is in great condition, one is in good condition. Can you tell me where to find them? And he goes, oh, they're right here. And he literally turns around, puts them both in front of me, and said, the difference really here is that this one has the box.
And how much did the box add to the value?
The box would have cost me $10, which I feel I don't need a box.
If you want, honey, I can send you my Scarlet box, and then you can have everything. It's got my receipt taped to it.
I would hope that you... Do you really save the boxes?
For some things, yeah.
Like a Scarlet?
Yeah. That's just little and wee. Of course you save the box for that.
I
didn't
don't know.
save the box that my refrigerator came in. That was too big.
I'm pretty sure you have to like cut those to get them off anyways.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I, at this point, as many times as I've moved, hauling this crap around with me, all of my stuff is in one of my, because he had like just ginormous feet, one of my stepdad's old shoe boxes with some bubble wrap.
That's all the stuff you have?
Well,
in a way, Katie, that's very sad.
That and one like small Rubbermaid tub.
How small? How many gallons do you think? Because a big one's like 60 gallons.
Oh,
like
no,
a fruitcake moving tub?
Like 5, but flat.
Okay, all right. Oh, does it fit under the bed?
Yeah. It's like
okay. I know what you mean.
Yes, everybody knows what you mean now. Exactly. It's the kind that's meant to go under the bed.
And you never see it again.
Oh,
ever, ever, ever.
The worst thing that Dan and I did the first time we moved was all of the Rubbermaid tubs that this was a me problem.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, but he let it happen.
I still don't know that he still don't know that he realizes that there was ever a problem. But all of those like Rubbermaid bins that we had.
Yeah, now are you talking storage bins or like what you would put leftovers in?
Storage bins.
Okay, because you don't want to put your leftovers under the bed.
They were all like blue and black.
I know the color scheme. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, what I will tell you, if you ever move, if you ever get the clear ones, pay a little bit extra.
Because you want to know what's in them.
Even, I don't care. I thought that my meticulous labeling skills would have gotten us through this at least once, maybe twice, but no.
And he didn't realize it was a problem.
I'm telling you, that's been 15 years, and he still doesn't know that there's a problem.
It's funny.
Is it?
It is. It is. Is the one under the bed clear?
Yes.
Yes, mine too. White top.
Yes. But that's the worst part about it is there are 3 things in it, and the labeling is clear.
It's wrong. Yeah.
No. On the labeling is absolutely. It's those 3 things.
So you took a clear box.
Yeah.
Put 3 single things in it. 3 items only. 2 is not enough. 4 is too many. 3 is in this box. And it's a transparent box. And you labeled it. You know the only thing that a label is going to do is obscure your vision of the 3 things.
I feel like I've been seen and attacked. I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
You're okay. I mean, I've got so many containers. I don't know what to do with them because that used to be my primary mode of fruitcake trucking when I had to do it. And they're black. You've seen these at Costco.
I could see if you have a giant tub of fruitcakes, I don't think you have to label it fruitcakes.
No, but what I did,
I honestly probably would though.
The black bin is full of fruitcakes. I think it's normally like 68 or 69 of them. Then the yellow lid goes on, and then with a Sharpie, you write the number and you circle it. But that's only good until you ship them. And now next year, they're no good anymore.
Do you
ever
like try to just stuff an extra one in there just so you can write 69?
70.
69.
You're dirty. You know what you are? You're playing blue.
Oh!
This is not this kind of show.
Oh.
What 3 things are in that box?
My Yamaha.
In the transparent box?
Well, it's not in there now.
Yeah, but what was in there and labeled?
Right. My Yamaha MG10XU.
Uh-huh. X me, X you.
XU. This microphone.
Yes, it's an SM58.
Yes. My little microphone stand.
Oh, you're already up to 3 things.
Oh, the cables.
Oh God, you know what?
I just kept it all together.
It
It's
hurts-
perfect.
It hurts how you lie. It only had 3
Okay,
things
so it
in
has
it.
4. It has 4.
What about the headphones?
No. I don't. The headphones.
Those are I gave you those headphones. I'm tickled
Yeah,
that you
you
still
did.
use them. They feel genuinely like fresh baked goods on your ears.
Yeah, they're like the perfect marshmallowy. Like they yes still hurt me, but they fit my head
They
and
hurt you less.
they hurt me less. That's exactly right.
Now, I too had a busy day.
Oh, you
You
think that
can't-
was the end of my day? Because it was not.
Okay, well, let's have the rest of it then.
No, I'm good. What did you do?
Well, I had to go. I did a couple TMOSs, then I drove downtown, then I drove back. But then was the busyness because Carrie this morning dropped Linus off for a comprehensive at the Linus is my pup at the Banfield, which is it's great when a doctor's office is right connected in the same building as the place where you buy cat litter. But it's part of PetSmart, or
Right.
is it? Did we decide if it was Pet Smart or Pets Mart?
Pets Mart.
Okay, so I went to Pets Mart to the veterinarian, and we dropped him off to get his tank filled and all that stuff, change his spark plugs, and
As one does.
we had to also medicate him because Linus is a biter when he gets really upset, and so we had
Sweet
to,
Liney?
yeah, we had to give him a little pill, which didn't grab enough.
It didn't take hold, Margaret.
It didn't take hold, Margaret, and he did bite one person.
Oh, no.
But not very hard because, I mean, he has bitten so hard that they said, I'm not sure we can have him back if he's not medicated. This is a veterinarian who said this.
Now, that's fine. My mom's last dog was a German Shepherd, and we don't know what happened to her before, but my mom was like the only person that would take that dog. Everyone, even in the family, everyone was afraid of her,
Wow. Yeah, that happens. And was
except for my mom.
okay. Well,
My mom was convinced this dog would never do anything to harm her, and I'm pretty sure she was right.
yeah. Well, I mean, even the most evil dog needs a friend. So I called up.
Don't you
Pets-
talk about my mama that way.
I called Banfield and I said, "Hi, is Linus ready to be picked up?" And then I feel the silliness of the fact that I'm talking about him by his name. I should by 100% say, "This is Rob Spiewak," and I dropped a dog off. Is he ready? But I just said, "Is Linus ready?" They said, "Hold on."
Our vets know Presley and Betsy by name.
Yeah. Okay.
I never say. I mean, I guess I do. Like sometimes. But
This is the widow von Herman. Are my dogs ready?
for all those wondering. Dan is safe and he is fine. He is not dead.
They told me 4:00, so I zipped in from Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, and looked at all the monuments. They were great. The Roosevelt, all of them. And I drove to the PetSmart. PetSmart is a casino. I went to PetSmart. And why do they tell you 4:00 when it's not 4:00?
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
So I get there and they said, well, we spoke to your wife. We had to have a tooth extracted from Linus.
Oh no! Is
So-
that because he bit somebody?
No. I don't think he got punched or anything. But he was,
They took his teeth away.
they had to really give him general anesthesia and put him down for that. And then
No,
they also got-
They did not put him down. Just
Oh,
to
okay.
clarify.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Out,
they put
under?
him under. Just like your clear
Jesus.
bin. So I get there And I mean, he's had other things done too. We had his nails clipped because he just sounded like a fleet of tap dancers walking around upstairs. And, just the checkup. And I said, I go back there to, I guess, Lori. I think they're all named Lori. I said, Lori, I'm here to pick up Linus. And I looked up and he was the third person on the welcome board. It made me feel good.
He's the dog.
And she brought him out. And whatever sort of grip he would have had with the nails that he had, which is ineffective on a tile floor anyway, now he's down to pads. And he is high like the Rocky Mountains high. So he's
got slippy paws.
Yep, and he's
high.
And he wants to go really bad.
Oh, no.
Party's over for him. And I said, thank you so much. Can I pay? They said, not until the doctor signs off on his paperwork.
Meanwhile, he's like, slip slide away.
And so I said, okay. And I went to sit on one of the PetSmart benches that's right by the waiting, the checkup rooms, examination rooms. And Linus stands looking away from me, just stoic like a statue,
No.
just staying there because he's high. And I think he's figured out if he walks, he slips. And I looked at him and he's sad. He doesn't want to be there.
Oh,
and I said,
poor buddy.
I said, Linus, buddy. And Linus, buddy. And he finally turns his head and looks away. He doesn't know where the sound is coming from.
With those ears?
I know. Anyway, they called me over. And the whole time, this is the one good thing is while I was waiting for him, someone brought in a 4-month-old black lab. And I pulled the guy aside. Well, I didn't pull him aside. I just said, hey.
You said, give me the puppy.
I said, seeing that dog is the best thing that's happened to me today. And the dog looks at me and goes, ruh, 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 ruh. And he says, well, he doesn't really know people or other dogs, so he barks a lot. And I'm thinking, if he doesn't know people or dogs, he's going to bark all the time. But anyway, he was in for a 4-month deworming or whatever.
Sweet baby.
Finally, they bring out Linus's paperwork, and he goes over spinning like going curling with a dog. I should be behind him with a broom because he's just slip all the places, and he doesn't even look at me. And I say, okay, I got to get this boy home. She says, okay. $1,024. And I said, oh, how about that?
Did you have, I know you
no
didn't.
idea.
Did Carrie know it was going to be?
Well, I'm sure she did because she signed off on the surgery, but it certainly was a surprise to me. And I got him out to the car.
You're going to pay it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if it, but.
Oh, when Carrie's last cat was dying of cancer, we paid for radiation. That was extraordinarily expensive. Carrie was pregnant. I had to double bag anything that came out of the litter box lest I get radiation poisoning. And it cost thousands of dollars. And it did nothing. And Carrie said it didn't do anything. I said, yes, but now we know we did everything within our power.
That's what we did with Judd. And
You got to.
Yeah.
So I get him out to the car. And I've already moved the front passenger seat all the way back. So all he has to do is to get into the wheel well.
Oh, in the front seat?
Yeah.
Is that where he wants to be? Where does he normally sit?
Ideally, if he was full of energy and not high,
right,
he would be on the passenger seat, head out the window.
Okay.
But this time...
How much do you lower the window for the boy?
Oh, like maybe halfway. It would be impossible for him to get out.
Okay. We don't...
He likes the wind. He really does.
Ours are too short. Judd really liked a window down, and he would push the button.
Yeah, Linus does that, but it's by accident.
Oh no, Judd would paw at the darn thing until he could get it down.
So I I
We
had
had to
to put the
implement
child
the-
lock. Child
yeah, we
lock,
had to
yeah.
implement the child locks.
So Linus has to get up about 8 inches to get into the wheel well. And the poor guy jumps and misses. Buddy.
No.
It's
oh,
so
no.
sad. So I have to help him in.
Sweetness.
And he curls up like a little baguette, not a baguette, like a croissant.
Bagel.
A bagel down in the wheel well. And he looks at me like, this sucks.
How
I said,
could you?
I
The
know,
face
buddy.
of betrayal.
And then
The
the
fa-
worst
yeah.
thing is having to shut the door to walk around. He's sure I've left him. He's absolutely positive. This is the end. This is the end. But we get him home safely. He gets out. I think he gets some energy when he sees he's home and he jumps
yeah.
out. And I said,
He's like,
"Well,
oh, thank God I wasn't abandoned.
I said, well, that was a rather expensive pickup. Let me check the receipt because she said, we can print it, email it, or both. And I said, for that kind of money,
You
do
do
it all.
both.
So I get home and I pull out this receipt from Banfield Pet Hospital. And the first thing I look at is his weight. And it says 25.8 pounds. I said, no,
25. What?
because he weighs 49 to 50 pounds, always has.
Hey.
And then I look at the age, 16 weeks. I said, well, that's
Oh, it
not
was
Linus.
the baby.
And you know what? It's Lucky. Lucky the black lab. I have his paperwork.
His name is not Lucky.
It is.
Oh, my God.
It's Lucky, and he has none allergies.
Lucky.
So
You said he's 25 pounds?
yeah, just a little guy at 25 pounds and all paws. All paws. It's great. But anyway, at least that emailed receipt is coming to Carrie, and I'm really sorry to Mr. and Mrs. Lucky, who were very nice. But
Well, hopefully they got both the email and the paper as well.
what if they got Linus's and they had to pay that extra money?
I'm sure I'm sure they got Linus's, and I'm pretty sure that you still paid the money.
Yeah, I did like when the lady came back. She was a medium to older lady, very, very well appointed, and she was separate from her husband. And when she came back, she says, I am here to see Lucky.
Oh my.
And it surprised me. But,
So,
but then I
gotta
didn't
say-
realize I had Lucky's paperwork.
Is that who Linus bit?
Lucky?
No,
No, he bit a person.
No, the lady.
Maybe. Oh, you think this is like revenge?
Right? He was like, I don't like her accent.
I'm thinking that if I take Lucky's paperwork, I can probably get Linus into Canada.
When you when you say she was well appointed,
Yes.
like
Dressed
big-
well.
oh, okay, like
Like
big earrings.
Some jewels.
No, I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
I'm thinking well adorned. Not well appointed.
Are you okay?
Why?
Because well adorned and well appointed aren't the same.
Right, no, that's what I was thinking, but also
Yeah.
I've been watching
What?
The Gilded Age again. It's
Again?
so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I suppose. Do they have dogs that need teeth extracted on that show?
There are dogs.
Yeah, but is it in
I
the
don't-
budget?
No. The other. Oh, you know what? What is in the budget?
What?
I told you this before. Have you watched All Creatures Great and Small?
Of course, yeah.
The new one.
Not the new one. What are you, high? I'm Rob. I
It's
watched the old one.
amazing. It's so good. Rob, it's your next show. You and Carrie are going to love it.
Does it have all the creatures, though?
Not all of them. I have yet to see a zebra,
Hey,
as they say.
are the Richard scary animals in it?
No. But
Darn
it's
it.
it's really, really good. It's still being like the season finale just came out.
How many seasons?
I believe I am on the 4th.
So,
As out of 4.
okay,
It's
four-
either
four.
3. It's either 3 or 4, and I'm halfway through the most recent one. Like, and
And
it
it's
literally
from-
just
it's-
came out.
And it's from Pretty Good Britain? Great Britain?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's real, and like you're gonna recognize people in it.
Do you
It's-
do you need to subscribe
it's not
to
just
anything
random.
like BritBox to get it?
So I get it through the Amazon Prime.
Oh, I have the Amazon Prime.
So it's Amazon Prime, and then I think it falls within the Masterpiece
Okay, I'll take
Theater.
a peek. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I
The
no,
PBS.
I got
extension?
BritBox once for they were offering a free trial,
Oh,
and I got it.
I wouldn't have left the house for that entire free trial.
Katie, I had it for 12 hours. I watched the entire miniseries about Cary Grant, and then I canceled it. Like, my shirt never touched my back. It was the shortest subscription ever.
Why did you only have it for 12 hours? You didn't take
'Cause-
to it?
No, I saw the entire Cary Grant miniseries. That's all I wanted.
Oh, but how long was the trial?
The trial was for like 30 days, but I didn't want to forget. I said,
Forget.
"Stop."
I would have exhausted the 30 days out of that trial, and on
Well-
day 29, 23 hours and 59
You see, that's-
minutes, I'd
that's
be like,
all
delete,
well and
delete,
good.
delete.
That's all well and good for you, but what about me who is going to forget that I need
Okay.
to cancel it, and then I'm going to get charged, and then I don't have enough money to pull my dog's teeth? See?
No.
You can't do that.
I admire you for that.
Thank you. That and so many things.
I don't have that kind of control.
All right, we're going to take a break. When I come back, a surprise for everybody, even me. But this portion of Cake and Cookies brought to you by, drinking a 10, 2, and 4, Dr. Pepper.
I drink Dr. Pepper and I'm proud. I used to be alone in a crowd, but now you look around these days, there seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, if you drink Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too.
Disco
Us
remix.
peppers are an
Oh,
interesting
key change.
An original taste is what we need. Ask any pepper and he'll say, only Dr. Pepper tastes that way.
Wow, one
I'm a
person in
pepper,
there's
he's a pepper,
very
she's a
excited.
pepper, we're a
Yes.
pepper, wouldn't you like to
King
be a
Pepper.
too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Come on. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Right. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper.
Do you think it's better to be a doctor or a sergeant? Because Sergeant Pepper's pretty good too.
Oh, yes.
You shut me down by clearing your throat. We'll be
No.
back after this. What? No, we don't have to be done. What? You were going to say something.
I was waiting for the commercial to be over for you to go to commercials because I need to clear my throat.
Do you want to do that on the microphone or shall we break? Oh, apparently
Excuse
Katie
me.
has something to say. Yes.
Go to commercial.
All right. Cake and Cookies go to break.
Cake and Cookies, the podcast that has nothing to do with cake or cookies. It's Rob and Katie.
So I have surprises. I have a surprise.
I love most surprises.
Before I got Linus into the house, he was so happy to be here, but he didn't know where to go. He came in
did
and he
you-
just looked at me.
Did you bring him into through the basement, like the
Yeah.
garage, or did you make him go up the stairs?
No. He came in and he found his way upstairs. He went
Okay.
upstairs. He wants
But-
Carrie to be here. That's who he likes when he doesn't feel
Through
well.
he wait, just questions.
Yeah, sure.
Drunk dog. So, but he went through the inside of the house stairs.
Yeah.
I
Because,
feel like the outside stairs because they're
they're very big and sheer and dangerous and
like you could see through the.
yeah.
He's got walls to soften
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
bounce upon.
Folks should know that my basement is not a subterranean basement. It is actually
No.
ground floor.
Yeah.
And so if you want to go to our main floor, you got to go up. And I didn't know if he was up to it or not, but he was, and he's a good boy, and we love him. So.
Yeah, I'd rather bounce off walls
Yeah.
than
and also,
into like a railing.
if you're going to graze your knuckle, the dogs don't have knuckles. Knee,
Yes, they do.
I guess they do. But you don't want to graze it on concrete. You want to graze it on 14-year-old carpet like I have in my home. Horrible. Really bad. I think if we pulled up our carpet, there'd be like a Dewey defeats Truman newspapers.
No, but that's only because you collected it. Your house
I know.
isn't
That's
that
right.
old.
Well, because you know how much I loved Thomas Dewey. All right. So I got a package. I stopped at the mailbox while Linus was down in his little wheel well, looking like the world's smallest dog. But a listener, Janine Allgood, sent me a package to my home, and I'm going to
Ooh.
open it even as we speak.
Wait, we're gonna have to get letter and thing. We need music.
We do. You know, for years we used what is it? A thrift shop.
Thrift shop.
I don't think I have that anymore.
That's okay.
Is it? Is it though? I don't think I have any music for us.
We'll do it. We'll do it for letters and such.
Okay. Oh, I do
Next
have
time.
music, as a matter of fact. And now I'm going to open my package. I guess that doesn't work. It's the zombies. That was a running joke
I
on
love
an
the
episode like
zombies.
60. I do too. Okay, opening package. Nice envelope.
I feel like the zombies don't get the love that they deserve.
Oh, look at this.
Oh golly!
It is. Oh, Mike is going to hate this. An Alton Brown t-shirt.
That's Alton Brown. I thought that was Jack.
Jack who?
Jack Nick, like The Shining.
Oh,
Look at. Hold it up to yourself.
all right. Hold on.
Hold it up.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what? It doesn't look unlike me.
It does. Hey, what does it say? Bite?
Hey, easy. The last
No,
bite.
the last bite.
Alton Brown live last bite, because I think this is his most recent last tour. The last tour was supposed to be the I Went
Tour?
tour. Yeah. Oh, he does a great live show.
I bet he does.
It's fun and it's funny, and he cooks and he takes volunteers from the audience. Oh, and look at this. An Alton Brown.
Where can I
tote bag.
see him? What? Okay, I love a. Is that a headless? Why is there no head? I don't understand.
No, it's his head as a poster, and then Alton as a full person is putting up the poster. Do you like the Good Eats?
Oh, so let me just first say the way that the light was shining on the bend of the
Yes.
of the tote bag, I thought it was like a person in a jumpsuit
No,
painting on the thing with no head.
That's not what it is.
Do you
I'm
see?
checking. Yeah, I can see it. I'm
Yeah.
on the back of the T-shirt now, seeing if he's playing anywhere near you.
Oh, she
No,
went to like
no.
the show and got you that?
I guess so. Yeah,
That's
that is so cool.
flippin' amazing.
Well, thank you, Janine. I appreciate it.
Oh my
I think
god.
he already hit your areas first. I guess Atlanta, Georgia would be the closest one to you.
Jacksonville, Charleston.
How about Charlotte, North Carolina?
No, I mean that's like
Austin, Texas?
no.
Los
Not close.
Angeles. No, okay.
I'll
doesn't
drive
look like
it.
It doesn't look
drive
like
there.
he's hitting your burg. I'm sorry.
Darn it. I'm just gonna have to have that on my radar, I think.
I saw him at the historic National Theater, and I had a blast.
When you tell it to me that way, I was like, what would he just but no, I feel like he'd be great.
He told a couple great stories, and he
Yeah.
pulled out. He had a huge copper tank thing for cooking buffalo wings, and he did a hot sauce challenge up there. It was great. It was so
that
entertaining.
sounds so cool.
But then, like 2 weeks later, I almost killed myself drinking. So it was the last thing I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like 3 years ago. Ooh.
yeah, it was. There's a
That was
photo
your-
of me that night with a martini.
That, that was like literally right before your 50th birthday then.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
exactly. It's like February, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
anyway, so Alton Brown, if he comes to your neighborhood, indulge, because it's quite good. He's a
Heck
good
yeah.
guy. All right. Let's see. The
I'm
other thing-
sold.
Well, but you have to go to Texas to see him.
I'm not
Will
doing
you say that again?
I'm not doing that.
Okay. Well, do you want me to like phone him?
Yeah.
What if he played SCAD?
Oh, I would go.
Yeah, you will. Would?
But
What?
why don't let's he should be a guest. Could you
Okay.
imagine?
First of all,
All
I don't
53 listeners.
not sure I could handle talking to him because I'm a
I know.
pretty big fan.
You'd be like, Katie, I think you're gonna have to take the reins on
You're
this
gonna have
one.
to do a lot of lifting because I'm going to be fanboying over here. Also,
I would need a button to mute you.
yeah, you would. You
Yeah.
would. Do you have any?
I'm
cooking
sorry, I'm
seas-
just thinking about like if I ever got to see you meet like Alton Brown.
It would be bad. It
No,
would be very
I
bad.
think rather than myself meeting Alton Brown, I would rather see you meet Alton Brown.
See, this is funny. I appreciate this very much.
That's
I'm
how,
not gonna.
yeah.
I'm not going to get into it on this episode, but over this past weekend, I went to a concert of sorts with my family. And I will say that I was more excited than the other members of my family for this show at the beginning. And during the show,
Rob, I'm pretty sure that you were more excited than 98% of the people there.
Probably more excited than the artist to be there. And it was a sellout crowd, but my mom says I didn't know whether to watch the artist or to watch you because you are having so much fun.
Your mom,
She said
I'm on the same page with your mom. I'd be like, can I just turn around in my seat?
she said the best thing is when you clasp your hands over your mouth. I'm not proud of this. We'll reveal this artist at another time. But
Oh,
I was pretty far into it, I'll tell you what.
that's a lot of suspended disbelief.
Yeah. I didn't cry much.
No, seriously, did your cheeks get wet?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was I can't do this now.
I know you can't.
I can't. It's killing me.
And I'm
Can't-
we will talk about it next week.
We will, I promise.
No, the reason being is because I already promised you that anything that you weren't allowed to talk about on the Mike O'Mara show, because Josh and Mike would never suffer you for that.
You're right. You're right. But actually, it's
wait. I'm not
Okay.
done.
All
I
right.
said I will give you time to discuss it on Cake and Cookies,
Thank you.
and then I said
Oh dear, what?
today you called me as if to like.
I know. It was like a big deal. I'm carrying a burden right now.
You were so sad to tell me that we can't talk about it because you're going to get time to talk about it.
I assumed that it would be covered today. So what I did is instead Thursday's program this week on the Mike O'Mara radio program
Oh, it's gonna
is
be
actually
so
going to
good.
be co-hosted by Robert. So it'll be me and Robert and Josh talking about the events that went down. But that's good because Robert will serve as another witness since he was there.
Well,
I don't fancy the fact that Josh is going to be as enthusiastic.
I don't think so.
I think Josh
I'm sorry, I lost
may
my
have
words there.
questions of his own.
Okay, but for anyone who doesn't know or is just catching up,
Right.
Robert is Robert the Third.
No, that's my son, yeah.
Rob's son,
He's
who
22.
is he 22?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
22. He's in his senior year at WVU.
And you would
And
think
he's a hoot. He's a hoot. I don't know what else to say. It's gonna be super fun.
it's
but-
his
I can't wait to
when
hear
I
you
saw
two
his
talk about it.
reaction, I wasn't sure it was real. That's all I'll say. But I will say this. I raised my kids in a musically diverse home.
No, you did not.
Oh, yes, I did. The fact that, I like a lot of artists. Come on. Now, I have my two key guys. But
You're okay.
What?
If it's before 1985, pre 1990s,
Yeah.
then I would say yes. You have a rather diverse sense of musicality.
and sometimes a new song comes out, I don't mind. Sometimes.
After the 90s, though, buddy, you just fall right off the cliff.
Letitgo. See, that's a new song. I know that.
Okay, first of all, that's not the song. It's Chapel Roan, and it's HOTTOGO.
Oh, Hot to Go. I was thinking Let It Go, like in the Snowman movie.
Oh, no. You were thinking Let It Be, like the Beatles.
Okay, I give myself a strong buzzer on that. I
So-
got that one incorrect. But I do
Any-
like it when I hear it.
Okay, so I made you listen to Sturgill Simpson, and now I'm going to make you listen to Chapel Roan.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
And she's what, a country singer?
no!
Stand-up comic?
HOTTOGO. Hot to Go?
Yeah. Oh,
It's
that's
Chapel
her?
Roan.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And Pink Pony Club.
Is that a band or a song?
Rob Spiewak. Did you not watch the Oscars?
Not all of them.
Okay, did you... Wait, well, she wasn't on the Oscars. She was at Elton John's Oscar party.
Oh, you tried to... This is the second time you've lied to me today. First, there's 3 items in the plastic bin.
She played the Grammys with all the clowns.
I didn't watch
I
the
know you-
Grammys.
Who are you? Who are you? You
You don't
used to
know-
at least watch it, even if you don't know any of the songs. You used to at least watch it. What's wrong with you? Rob!
There are
Rob!
so many Charlie Chan movies on Amazon.com, and they're not going to get watched themselves.
I think you hurt my feelings.
No, I didn't. I did not.
Yeah, you did.
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
well,
I did not hurt your feelings.
you are.
I got yelled at. I got yelled at for not watching the Grammys.
I don't even know you anymore.
Isn't that great? Every show is like meeting me all over again.
Okay, well, you are. Oh my God. Pink Pony Club. Nothing.
Now, is the Pink Pony Club, is that what you use to attack pink
I'm
ponies?
gonna keep on dancing at the pink. Blah blah blah. West Hollywood. I don't know the words. I mean, I do. The chorus.
Did you watch all of the Grammys, 8 Ball?
The Grammys. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Did you watch all of the
Oscars?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. I tried.
Did you watch
but
the death reel?
Nope, didn't make it. I fell asleep.
That's my favorite part, and I found it rather unemotional this year.
Whoa.
The reel itself is what I meant.
So can I ask you for, so this is after you had 2 crying episodes in 1 weekend,
Yes.
but 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Can we revisit this? Because is that
Not
okay?
today. We haven't the time today.
I think we do.
All right. I will entertain all questions. Let's
Let's go to
adjusted my
break.
meds. Well, no,
Wait,
we got to
wait,
come
wait,
back
wait.
for questions.
Right. No, let's go to a break and then you can answer my question
All
and then
right.
we can answer the other questions.
Bossy. Love it. All right. We'll be back.
Yeah, you do. I do
This
too.
portion
Yeah.
of Cake and Cookies is brought to you by Peter Paul Cadbury Mounds.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't.
Do you think this singer is hot in real life?
Coconut and
Yeah.
munchy nuts too.
I think she looks like Reba.
Chocolate and chewy
I think-
coconut.
I'm picturing a Farrah Fawcett hairdo.
Sometimes you don't.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that.
Oh, Almond Joy's got
And
nuts. Peter Paul
I'm
Mounds don't.
picturing
Sometimes you feel
pastels.
like- Sometimes you don't.
I think you're right. You got to mail her a letter. You got to mail that artist a letter. I got to get my pen and paper.
And even if she's like not entirely like really attractive,
Yeah.
she's got a certain something.
You know what? I bet she seduced many members of the band that played the song. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Legendary.
I mean, the pickup line is right there.
It is. It is. And you know what? She has needs. We'll be right back.
He's Cake. She's Cookies. It's Rob and Katie.
Laughing good. You know that lady from that commercial?
Uh-huh.
She preferred Mounds Bar.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. She preferred Almond Joy because of the 2 nuts.
Oh, no. Rob, I hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
Women don't actually like nuts.
Well, some of them have an allergy. I believe Clay Aiken had a tree nut allergy.
Really?
Yeah. But then, that's different than being allergic to peanuts because peanuts, as we all know, are legumes. So there's that. Remember when you said this was fun? That just stopped.
No!
It
This
didn't?
is so fun.
We're still having fun? Okay, good. Is anyone still listening?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, speaking of good questions.
Getting to know.
Hey.
Yes.
Getting to know.
Thank you. We were late in posting our query, our solicitation for questions. So thank you to all those who came in the clutch.
No.
That's not a divider. That's an element. The divider's coming up.
Okay.
I know we screwed up last week.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
but
we did.
we own our mistakes now.
Yes.
That's
well,
what
actually,
we
I
do.
still have 2 more payments on mine. They were pretty big. But then I own them
really
outright.
wish you wouldn't call your kids mistakes.
Stop it.
Only 2 more payments? I bet that one comes to bite you in the ass.
Yes, it will. It certainly will.
No,
I can't wait to talk to Robert about The Artist, though. And I'm not talking about the silent movie.
I love your kids, though.
They're the best. They are the best.
Okay, so first question is
Shoot.
from Katie Von Herman of Savannah, Georgia.
I've met her.
Longtime listener.
First time
First time.
questioner?
Okay. First time query. No, that's not it.
And that also, if that's misinterpreted, we're getting canceled. So don't say that.
It's the haircut.
Okay. First time inquisitor.
Hey!
Okay. Katie Von Herman. KVH FTI. First time inquisitor.
So you said you were not brought to tears the other day. However, you had been brought to tears like twice in one weekend, and you
Yes.
were going to the doctor. You were going to talk about things, and can we talk about it? Did you?
Yeah.
Did
he
you?
doubled.
What happened?
He doubled my Wellbutrin, which is, I believe, a slightly softer mood bender.
Okay.
I'm at the prescribed dose now of 300 mg. I hope you're all writing this down. And also, he advised, now that it gets warmer, he says, if you get out and do a little cardio, not much, just walking, brisk walk stuff, that will help your mood as well. And that makes sense to me.
Absolutely. I mean, where you are in the north, you're kind of in the tail end of the doldrums, but you're in it.
Yeah, and we
You're
get the clocks changed this weekend, and so that's part of it. And I've only been on modified meds for a few days now, so I don't expect to have seen a change right yet. But
Can I ask a couple more
of
questions?
course, yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So, I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing to cry, and
I
as
don't
a person-
either. I don't
Okay,
either.
But I know that the reason was because you said you hadn't cried in like 3 years.
That's when I knew that I was reading, sort of like coming to a new relationship with the meds, because I haven't cried in a couple of years, and then I did. I'm not against crying, but what was more concerning to me, and I don't think we got into it, was
yes.
overall tension and jaw clenching, which I have never been a jaw clencher. And the dentist says your teeth have shifted a little. And so even when I'm totally relaxed in the evening, like watching TV, sometimes I'll realize I'm clenching my jaw. So hopefully this sort of moderates that a little bit. That's the one thing. That's the one physical manifestation that troubled me. I don't care. I'll cry all day. I cried for the first 48 years of my life all the time. Budweiser commercial, make me cry. But it's... And
These
not because it's a
puppies
beer.
are so cute.
It's
Besides
not
the
because of the
Clydesdale
beer.
hooves, they're
It
so
was
big.
It was the Clydesdale hooves. But I am okay with crying. I just want to reach my proper dosage. And it's fun because I can compare with my dad. We have a lot of similar ailments. I think we're wired the same. And I checked his levels against mine, and they're pretty close of the meds. So maybe I'll be in good shape soon. So check with me next week. I have no problem talking about it.
Okay, I mean, I think another thing to
I did cry at The Artist.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
With
No, not that movie. I'm talking about the artist that the
Oh!
family and I went and saw.
Oh, I thought
No, not the silent movie.
the silent movie with the little dog.
Yeah, it was a cute movie.
Yeah, I never saw it. Okay.
Oh.
It wasn't John Hamm, was it?
No, it was like some Italian guy. I don't think there were any names in it.
Oh.
But people loved it because it was a silent black and white movie. And of course, I was in on it because it's a silent black and white movie.
So I don't mind you not crying, but it does concern me that you would try to avoid it after it was something that was like sort of such an important part of your life. Like you really
Well, no.
did cry a lot.
I don't think I'm avoiding it. I don't think I am.
Then if you feel like this is the way to go, then I think that's
And my doctor is more than open to trying different things. He's been great up till now. But the way it was explained to me is that if your life is like, your moods are like a yardstick, okay? 36 inches, right? But if you take off the 8 inches at the front and the 8 inches at the top, your very happiest moments, you sacrifice 8 inches of happy don't take this out of context. You sacrifice a portion of happy, but you also get rid of portion of sad. So you're left with the middle 20 inches. And you know what? Most of the time that's great.
That's still range.
Yeah, it is.
I get it.
So I just got to find where I land. I was fine with it for a while, but the fact that things are changing, the clenched jaw and crying is a change. So I just wanted to make sure I was aware of it.
Speaking of your clenched jaw, though,
Yes.
I might know a couple of things about that kind of.
I know you do. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So things that actually can help with, and I want to say a layman, just for the fact that like I've had a complete like jaw
I
reconstruction,
understand.
fat graft, like the whole thing. So for regular people, and I know this because I do have extreme anxiety. I take Lexapro for that.
I have that as well. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So, and I have no qualms of saying I'm a Lexapro lady. There are certain things.
That ad campaign never took off, by the way.
Shush.
Lexapro lady.
I'm just now starting it. So
Why is
a couple
she
of
so
things.
pissed? Well,
I
that's
have-
Lexapro lady.
I have read like among some of the benefits of the things that I do. A lot of people we clench at night,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
or even in the evening before we go to sleep. We're thinking about like the next day. That's when we're like having our clenching is a huge thing. There are
I'm
two
not much
things.
of, I'm not a night clencher though. We determined that.
Okay.
Okay, but go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's good. That's good to know. But honestly, you might not know it.
But I don't snore.
It's not. I've never.
No, I mean I do snore. I don't know. There was something that they asked me about that they said you're
Okay.
probably not clenching at night. So
Okay. So, regardless, there are a couple of things that can help.
okay.
Like tertiary, as far as, and I am not a medical professional. Blah blah blah.
You know, I like when people say that. I'm not so sure you need to say it.
No, thank you. Thank you. I just don't want anybody to like do your own research, like talk to your doctors kind of thing.
Yes, of course.
Basic night guard can help relieve tension just
Yes.
in the face overall, which can help reduce tension all the time.
This is a
but
problem though
also-
because my face causes tension to other people.
Well, I'm not sleeping with you, so I'm good.
Never have. And remember, you've never seen me with my shirt off.
No.
I know. We've covered that before.
But also, have you heard of lip tape?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so lip tape, and it's like a breathable, like mesh sort of fabric, basic
Yeah.
sticky thing. I've been suggested that from multiple doctors. I'm allergic to the adhesive, so I
that
can't.
sucks.
I know it sucks so bad. It
Did any
really
of your
does.
Did any of your friends suggest it? Like during the
No.
day?
I almost dropped an F-bomb on you.
That's okay. I could have believed it. I would
Big
never suggest
ol'
it. Big ol' F-bomb. It's not the kind of
F-bomb.
thing I would suggest, but I'm also not I'm not at the end of this road yet.
No, but
and if I do need like a thing, I've got a great dentist that'll do it. So
the lip tape stuff you can just get over the counter, and it's not.
What
it's
if
not
you
gonna
tried a different
harm you.
adhesive? Like, could you do?
If you,
What
I
if you
swear to God,
use-
if you say duct tape,
No, maple syrup.
you're not trying to stick your lips together. You still want to be able to breathe.
I want to lick my lips, and I love the good taste of Canadian maple syrup.
Well,
No.
hope you stocked up.
Because you know why, Alice? You've got a big mouth. You have got a big mouth. All right. So, yeah, I will keep you updated.
Then there's
and let you
also
know.
meditation and
Boo,
all that-
that's not my scene.
I know that's not your scene.
No. I mean, I can listen to I'll listen to like an early to mid George Harrison album. Does that count?
I hand to God, I swear to you, I was going to say go listen to some George Harrison. The Hare
third-
Krishna album.
Yeah, the third LP of All Things Must Pass. His teeth are amazing. All right,
All
so
right.
what is our first question not from you?
No, you're supposed to run the questions.
No, you said you would.
Oh, no, I didn't.
All right, then I'll do it. Hold on. All right. Well, I have a question. Never mind. John Nowak wants to know. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
I like that 3 people have laughed at it, including you. John Nowak wants to know, is there any movie or album you own in multiple formats? Katie.
Movie. Can we say like does streaming count if I
Of
bought
course.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a format.
Album wise, it's definitely going to be the Beatles. Pretty much everything.
Sure.
By everything, I mean everything standard, not like the crazy stuff that Rob owns. I'm saying this to the listener, y'all
All
know
of
where
my
I'm going
Beatles
with this.
all of my Beatles stuff is perfectly sane and legal to drive. It's not insane. Okay, go ahead.
Like this isn't even a question for you. I really don't think this.
Well,
is a
I own
question
everything
for
in
you.
every format.
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
you even
and-
have like Blu-rays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you
I've
still
got a
have-
Blu-ray. I have a Blu-ray of several things on Blu-ray and standard. The Sting, the Blues Brothers, all the Frankenstein Universal Monster movies have those in multiple formats. I have
Jurassic
them-
Park.
Don't have that.
Oh,
in any
I saw.
format.
So I saw that for the first time last summer. I assumed you would have had. I had no idea it was so good.
Oh, it's great.
I had no
And
clue.
it's aged really well.
It
That's the
was
thing.
so good. I had no idea.
I had the Blues Brothers on VHS and beta before that, but I did not keep them. I have Gone with the Wind,
no.
3 or 4 editions of it.
Question:
Yes.
do you still own a VHS and or beta?
You know, funny, I don't.
Okay.
So, but I kept some Elvis VHS tapes for their collector's value, even though I have no way to watch them. It's Elvis stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the complete Beatles on VHS. No way to watch it.
Okay.
I have lots of everything, and don't
You-
even ask. Don't
You
even
can
like
never
say,
move.
say. Don't you dare say like, Rob, how many copies of Abbey Road do you have? I'm like, you know what? We don't have time for all of this. We can't do it. We can't do it. But yes, there are things I own in many formats. God, do I have anything? Albums, certainly, yeah. I've got a few Elvis albums that I have on 8-track, vinyl, and compact disc.
Oh, if we're talking about, I found some things. So Dan asked me the other day, we were like, do we need to like, it's springtime and there's like, what are they called? Garage sales all over.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, do we need to do anything if there's going to be a neighborhood garage sale where everybody has their
Yeah,
garage
yeah.
sale on the studio? And I was like, Dan, and he goes, yeah. And I go, I really think we've pretty much gotten rid of most of everything we own.
Yeah, Carrie Carrie's sold most of the things that aren't nailed down. And by nailed down, I mean
That's not
that we
true.
can't have. I still. Oh, you know what? I've got 3 editions. I'm looking over at the wall now.
The wall.
3 editions of Citizen Kane. Then there's things I only own like one of, like one entire set of all the episodes of I Love Lucy. I just
Do you
have
still
one of
have
those.
an entire wall of? Okay, I know you have an
Media.
entire wall of DVDs.
CDs and DVDs. Yeah.
Yeah. So my next question was, do you still have CDs?
Yeah, I do. I
Oh,
don't
so
listen
the
to them very
reason-
often because I don't have a CD player in my car. I used to.
What?
I don't have a CD player in my car.
Okay, now look, I will say that I am probably running behind in the times with this one when I tell you that I don't. We use a key to turn our car on.
How quaint. Do you make and I you know
Rob-
what? You don't have butter, so you can't make your own butter.
Rob, I swear to God, I'm still mad about this car. It's been 2.5 years, and I'm still mad about this car. We share a car, which
Yeah.
is if
That's
there's one
fine.
thing that anybody knows about me is that I don't like to share. I don't.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
You don't have to. I will say it for you.
And you
I
you
hate sharing.
what about do you have your own key for the car though? You don't have to share the key.
Okay, that's a whole other thing. Yes,
Oh God.
I have my own key,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to share my key.
I
If
understand.
Dan can't find his ding dang key,
Is he a key
that's
loser?
on him. He doesn't get to use my key.
Is he a key loser?
He loses everything.
Ah, yeah. Well,
Also, he's messy. You know what else? You know what else? I have to share a desk with him now.
and he's
This
messy.
this might be the biggest mistake I've ever made.
You know, he's cooked for you before. How does he run his kitchen? Is his kitchen tidy?
Now you're just trying to stir up a divorce.
No, I'm not at all. But I keep a wonderfully clean kitchen.
Do you do the dishes as you go?
Of course. I'm a licensed kitchen like a supervisor in Montgomery County. I took the test. I know how to do it.
Oh God, doing the dishes as you go, and then when you're done, you just have the dishes that you're eating out of. It's a beautiful thing.
When my mom got here for Thanksgiving this year, she said, "How's it going?" I said, "How's it going?" I just emptied the dishwasher, and we have not a dish in the sink, and all the dishes are put away. Before
on
dinner, I had an empty dishwasher, and that's some next level stuff.
That is next level stuff, especially
you.
because you use butter to cook.
That doesn't change the number of plates I use or bowls. I mean, the only thing it really adds is hundreds of papers that used to hold butter that you have to unwrap and the boxes. Get more butter. But yeah, I'd like to clean as I go, as did Ben Matlock. I need to redo that. That's got a skip in the middle of it. But next question, please. Yes, I have lots of everything in all things. Thank you.
Yes, I have lots.
Oh, I'm answering the questions. I
all things.
forgot.
Wait, what?
I forgot I'm
Wait,
doing the
are you
questions.
serious?
I did.
What? What just happened to you? I thought you were making a joke and I just didn't get it.
No. I honestly forgot
I
that I was running
Okay,
questions.
this is how like paranoid and self-conscious I am. I thought you made a joke and I was like, I don't even get the joke.
And it is really bad. All right. But to be fair, last week you did the questions. So maybe I was thinking it was last week.
I did.
Okay. Yeah.
But why
Why would it be? I know it's not this week. I'm
know what?
grasping at straws. Help
just
me.
ask the question. Just ask the question.
Jay Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry. He probably doesn't want me to refer to him by his first initial. Jay Johnson writes, Katie. See, It's the same. My son introduced me to Tyler Childers a few years ago,
Yes!
and now he's one of my favorites. How long have you been listening to him, and what is your favorite song? And as a postscript, Rob, you need to give him a listen if you haven't already.
Yeah. So
what's your song, dude?
Wait, what's your song?
Yeah, what's your song, dude? What's your favorite song by Tyler
Me?
Childers? Yes, it's what he asked.
Oh, okay. So, but there are different phases of Tyler Childers.
Okay, you can't do an overall favorite then? Is
So
that like my asking?
I'm going to tell you. I'm
Okay.
going to tell you what my favorite is, and it's the one that like introduced me really to Tyler Childers. And then I can bring it all the way around. Okay.
Great.
I love the song Feathered Indians. He will no longer perform it, and I could go into the reasons
Because
why
it's
he doesn't.
insensitive?
No, actually, it's not insensitive. He
Okay.
doesn't perform it because it has to do with his. He's married, children
to Mrs.
now.
Childress. And the Childress children.
His wife's name is Sonora May, and she is a great artist in her own right. But he wrote the song about a woman from his past. And
okay.
once he met his wife, and whom he says is his love,
Right. And
of
you know
all
what?
time.
We have no
He-
reason to think he's lying. So we'll go
he
with
doesn't perform those songs anymore. That was also prior to him getting sober.
that. Okay.
And he just doesn't. There are a few songs that he doesn't perform anymore.
I understand that. I think that's valid.
But I will say that the song Feathered Indians is insanely good. As far as I have a couple others that are.
Is there a car revving near you? I thought I heard something.
I thought I heard something too, but I think it
It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm way too comfortable behind the mic when I start asking questions like that. So, Tyler, what are some other ones from other eras that you like?
I would say so. He had a 3-part album.
Like a 3-album set or like 3 albums in a row?
So it's a 3-album set, and the name of it is called "Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven?"
Mm-hmm.
And every song is done 3 times in a different style.
That's crazy.
It's insane. So there's the Hallelujah version,
Right.
the Jubilee version,
Mm-hmm.
and the Joyful Noise version of 8 songs.
And are they all original songs? that he wrote?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. I can't
Yes.
imagine. I can't imagine.
So it's really hard for me to pick a favorite song, especially for that, because I have a favorite song on that album, and it's like,
But
the
it's
one-
got its 3 versions of
it's
it.
got 3 versions, so there's a lot going on.
Yeah. As far as me, although the person didn't ask, my favorite is, of course, Silent Night is my favorite by him. What? No? No, I'm sorry.
But wait, I have
I'm sorry.
more.
I was so excited I found the button. Go ahead.
I have more
Yeah.
information. So Tyler Childers is only like a year younger than my sister, and he is from Eastern Kentucky.
Okay.
Okay, so my youngest sister, Odana,
Yeah.
she was born in 1990,
That's cute.
right? I know.
Oof.
I'm 13 years older than her.
That's quite a bit.
It's yeah. But some of his band members, especially when he was first coming up, they played a lot in Huntington, West Virginia,
Okay.
and that's where she was living. And also, I think a couple of people that she knew from high school, they all played together.
Oh, that's neat.
So there is kind of that.
A familial bond.
Well, it's not that. It's just that she was talking about him to me before he was famous.
Okay. Oh,
She was
wow.
like going to their shows and sending me their music. And he was actually found by Sturgill Simpson, who is also from
Yes.
Eastern Kentucky.
Okay. Very
And
cool.
at one point, Sturgill Simpson found him,
Mm-hmm.
blew him up, and then at one point, this is just sort of a funny story. He was on, I think it's called Red Barn Radio. It's a small, like, radio type broadcast in
Okay.
Georgia.
Right.
And it's anyways, it's very small. He told a story about how he was playing at a bingo hall, like a VSW bingo hall in Eastern
Funny.
Kentucky,
Funny.
and Sturgill Simpson came and like saw him. The reason Sturgill Simpson came and saw him was because that's where Sturgill Simpson started playing.
No, the reason he came is because Sturgill loves bingo. That's why he came. And what's
So-
not to like? Have you seen
but
him? He
this
can
is-
play 4 cards at once.
But this is when Sturgill Simpson had kind of like blown up a little bit, and then Sturgill Simpson was like, "You blew up our spot, man."
That's
Wait,
funny.
I guess we can't do that now.
I wonder, you know what? It must be very cool to be a working musician and to get to a level where you can help other musicians. I would think that would be one of the most rewarding portions of your day. Don't you
I think it's amazing,
Yeah, I love
and
it.
I
love
actually
it.
think that a lot of the artists that are like making it now, there are the artists' favorite artists.
Yeah. Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
I think that's like everybody wants to be on Kelly Clarkson's radar.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the funnest thing on TV right now.
Yeah. I mean, she's just great,
She
and
is
that
great.
woman can sing anything.
She can. She can absolutely sing anything. Can she sing this? Without a skip in it? Probably not.
We'll fix it.
Jennifer Chris Miser. CHRISZT? Chris
Crit-
Miser? And Miser, that's a
CHRI.
that's a really high, and it's got a J in it. This is a very high scoring Scrabble name.
Ooh,
Yes,
I love Scrabble.
I do too. We could do it on the show, but it's more of a visual thing.
I don't like visuals. Dan won't. Dan doesn't like to play games.
Well, because he doesn't like that BS. He wants to get to the business of it.
No, not like that.
Oh, well, I mean, does he?
Do you
does
want
he-
it? Do you want a visual that I discovered earlier?
Yeah, yeah,
So we figured out we needed a light in the office because it's so dark in here.
yeah.
And I'm wearing glasses, so I got a ring light.
I've noticed
Okay.
because it looks
I'm
at times
sorry.
you look like Beaker.
Wait. If I
You
go
got-
like this,
Yes,
yes. That's what I was gonna
you got
say.
the Muppet eyes. You got the Muppet
I have
eyes.
so there's your visual. If I do this, so I think, does that mean I have to put it up higher or lower?
No, you just well, the ring light should point, and you can point it a little higher and catch the bounce off the ceiling.
The ceiling.
You do have one. I know
Oh. Yeah.
it's really far from your head, but
I
it's
just-
there.
I have it pointed down at me.
No,
It
you
just
want it to
means I
put it
can't look up.
over you.
'Cause then-
over you, I think. Mine is
wee.
perpendicular to the floor.
Wee.
And I've also, can you adjust the color or the intensity of your heat?
Yes, I can go cool, warm, or neutral.
I like warm on mine.
I don't know what I have turned on.
Okay, let's answer a question.
Yes,
Although this
I'm
is
so
fascinating.
Is it?
Jennifer Christmiser says, what's something you each can talk about for hours without running out of things to say or getting bored? I think this show proves it's anything.
Nothing.
But
It's anything and nothing.
I if I were to give a specific answer, be Elvis more than the Beatles. But if I were to get, like with my family, I could go 6 hours swapping family stories and memories. And you have to get the right mix of people because they have to be from certain different eras to remember different stories. But for example, my Uncle Sam passed away a couple years ago, and there was a really, funeral. It was very funereal, this funeral. And that's fine. And there was a nice eulogy, and that's fine. But it really didn't capture Sam until we got like 40 members of our family and jammed them into Dana's house and took turns telling stories about Sam. And that felt to me like about 10 minutes, and it had actually was closer to 2 hours. So I
love
would
that.
think that family, because I mean, family stories tend to exist in the oral tradition, and they need to be told lest they be forgotten. And I mean, out of the obvious answers that you're looking for, I would say that would be what I would go to. You. You could talk about Sturgill.
I think honestly, just music.
Yeah.
I could talk about music forever.
Yeah, for those of you who are blessed.
I know that's like not specific.
No, it's fine.
Not
It's fine.
specific. I mean, I could narrow it down to a genre. And I
Okay,
could
what genre?
Appalachian. Appalachian for sure.
Sure. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. We love to talk.
From
We,
like the actual like root. I could. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I could go nuts.
and people should know that there are times when we will have a phone call during the week that's an hour long. And I said,
When
well,
we-
we just did a cake and cookies. Why didn't we not record it? And it honestly is better than what we're doing right now.
Oh my god.
You can count on it.
So no, we talked this weekend, and we didn't even get into what we talked about this weekend.
I
but
know.
I have my show sheet, and we haven't touched on anything on my show sheet.
Jennifer finishes her query
Hey,
by
hey!
saying, also, thank you both so much for returning to the podcast. And to Katie, you are bringing joy to the masses. Hearing your laugh is a light in a really dark time. That's very nice.
That's really fucking nice.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
I
you.
wish you hadn't said that in those words.
You're
But,
fine. 134.44.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For Rob, if John Lennon had lived, what kind of music do you think he would have made later in life? Are there any current, or as current as you like to get, artists that he could or would collaborate well with? I would have loved to have seen John Lennon get into like a traveling Wilburys thing
Yeah.
with other older
I
artists.
bet he would have been in
A Wilbury?
the
You think he
travel-
would have been a Wilbury? I could see
You
it.
know, I totally see that.
Yeah, I mean, he liked to just
He could dig
perform
it.
and sing. Yeah, yeah. And so I think that would be good for him. His music, I think, would lean as he got older and probably a little less angry. Maybe James Taylory. He could write a wonderful ballad. And he could play guitar. I could see him doing that.
So that's interesting. Like, so you would say sort of more acoustic.
Yeah, I
Folk.
think so.
Folk.
Yeah, I would say almost. Yeah.
I think I would have leaned him especially if it was like today. I would
Yeah.
have leaned him like roots bluegrass.
I would say you'd hear some of that.
Yeah,
I would. He loved musicians.
Yeah,
The one thing that's weird about John is from several different sources, you'll find out.
either that or like Lumineers type.
Yeah, I suppose. Or like Paris Hilton's dance tracks. Not really.
A little E EDM.
John Lennon hated his voice. And it's such a great
Really?
voice. But that's why, even as early as like A Hard Day's Night, they were double tracking it because he wanted it
So,
disguised.
I want to say this. So now that I never knew that until now, and now that you say that, I can hear that.
Yes.
Because even when he wasn't double tracked, I think one of the things that I love about his voice so much is that he sounds so I want to say vulnerable.
I would say sometimes tentative. Does that
Yes.
make sense? Yeah.
Tentative.
He doesn't oversing it.
Absolutely.
He doesn't oversing it.
No, he doesn't. He sounds like he doesn't want to be singing it. And I
Listen
think
to-
that's what makes it so special.
Listen to all the things they did to his voice in Strawberry Fields. Look at all the things they did to his voice.
Oh, it's crazy.
in
I didn't realize that was not just because they were experimenting, but because he wanted
one
to
of
hear
the
his
well, that he
voice
wanted to do that. He had
differently.
they were really tight-assed at the Abbey Road recording. I think it's EMI. It's technically
Mm-hmm.
the firm that owns it. I could be wrong. But they had like their engineers were in lab coats And
Yes.
I mean, they were really, and there was actually a lever on the side at Abbey Road Studios 1 that up was for pop music and down it changed the internal equalization for classical. And Paul,
What?
Yes, and Paul begged and begged for them to let them try to record one song to see what it would sound like with classical EQ. But
That's the
how
coolest thing I'm going to hear in like months.
they were very
That's
stodgy
so
about
cool.
it. But when they got to get, more popular and they could do what they wanted. Do you know what a Leslie cabinet is? A Leslie speaker?
Yes.
Yeah. John had one of the lab coat guys run his mic through a Leslie because he wanted to sound like a monk shouting from on top of a mountain. And that's one
What
of the
song was that for?
I'm trying to remember. It might be I'm Only Sleeping. Let me do a quick Google because I know I got the story right.
Uh-huh.
But I want to get it. So you pad for a second.
That's the coolest thing I've heard in a long time, except for well, I knew that they used all kinds of different
Oh, it's for Tomorrow Never Knows. I should have known that. That's the last song on Revolver. Turn off your lights, relax, and float downstream.
That's one of the coolest sounding songs
It
that
is.
has ever been.
Yeah, yeah.
That
But-
is oh
they
my
ran
god,
it
that
through a
makes
Leslie.
so much it makes
It
so
does,
much
doesn't it?
sense.
Yes.
It makes so much sense. It's like when someone says, "Oh, that's a Hammond B3." Like
Yeah.
you just know it has like a sound. I
The tone, yeah.
never Okay, but that song almost sounded like later George Harrison.
Yeah, well, there's also backward tracks on it.
Yeah.
And I believe there was another effect they did on the playback where they would like drag their finger on the tape so they could vary the speed within it. So there's a lot of stuff going on in that one, but that was a really one of their first really over the top experimental songs. And also Peter Fonda hates that song because that's
What?
when the Beatles were in California after one of their tours and they had taken a house and Hollywood was visiting them and Peter Fonda was there and everyone was just out of their mind on acid. And Peter Fonda actually said, turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. And that's where John took it from. So Peter Fonda says, that's my song.
Oh, I could see. So I wouldn't. Okay, there's two ways to look at that. I think
Yeah.
you could be like, "Ugh, he stole that line from me,"
Yeah.
which
yeah.
is like the.
Well, you see, what I love about it is he's sort of good natured about it. I think he's into the fact.
No, I would have been like, I said that. I was. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'd be so excited. I'd be like, they used that in this song. That's
I
amazing.
know, and it's gonna live forever, much longer than Easy Rider.
Well,
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do one more question.
Yes, okay,
Would you
yes,
like
okay.
to?
Yes.
This is great. Michael Gallagher writes, since you know each other so well, could you leave or take an item from each other's house without notice? And what would that item be? That is a great question.
first of all, yes, I could absolutely take something
Yeah,
from
from
your
my
house,
house,
and
yeah.
you would never know.
No. People should know that sometimes when I would take 4 or 5 day business trips with the Don and Mike show, Carrie would sell stuff on eBay while I was gone. And I'd come home and I'd say, where is the box set of every episode of Get Smart? What? It's probably
sold-
it's probably with the complete set of $6 Million Man. In
I
the
sold
mail.
it 2 years ago.
Yeah, no. I usually pick up pretty quick on stuff like that.
Oh,
But
okay.
What would you steal from my house that you could get away with?
I would just take something small that you would never notice.
Like what? It has to be something specific, like something from the Elvis shelf.
Oh no, you would notice the Elvis show.
Not maybe a little thing. I don't know.
So I think I would. Okay, if let's just. Here's the thing. If I really want to get away with it, it's not going to be in the basement.
You're right. I would know that too quick.
I know.
Yeah.
Like you live in the basement and you have curated that
I
basement.
know. Every inch is used. It's so true.
You were
No
the
expense was
curator
spared.
of
It's
that
like-
museum.
It's like Jurassic Park.
You
There's
know,
that word again.
yes, exactly. You're the curator of that museum. I would take something from upstairs.
Okay. From your house, it would have to be something that you're accustomed to seeing, but you'd be okay with never seeing again. So I think I would take Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know how we'd leave the house too. He'd get on my shoulders and we'd wear a trench coat.
You'd wear a trench
and we'd look
coat.
like a really tall guy leaving.
Really tall guy.
No, you would notice it, but I would take
Now,
some of your one of your
getting-
glass pictures.
Oh no, I would know.
I know right away, but they're beautiful. They're
I would
beautiful.
know the glassware just like you know the basement.
So I guess the answer is no.
I think if you took something of Dan's, I wouldn't notice, but let's be clear, he doesn't have much left.
You run a tight ship, Miss Von Herman. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did. Probably not. Thank you for checking out the audio. And remember, you can search Cake and Cookies on YouTube and watch us. And look, see things like this. It's my head. There ain't no
It's-
hair on it at all.
It's fantastic. Maybe I'll do that next time.
No, don't do that.
I won't be. I'm pretty sure I have a lumpy skull.
Yeah, because, well, also, I mean, then it's kind of like the parent that shaves their head when their kid is going through chemo.
Blah,
And you know
blah,
what?
blah.
I don't need that. I don't need that kind of false sympathy. This may shock you.
You call
I'm
it
in-
sympathy. I call it support.
I'm in perfect health. I feel happy. If you're at the thing where you can do it, give us 5 stars and click like.
Follow
Follow,
Us.
like, follow,
And-
and click 5 stars.
and subscribe.
Yes, exactly. And tell your friends because the pennies are stacking up. All right. We'll do this again next week. So long, everybody.
Toodaloo.
Portions not affecting the outcome of today's game may have been edited prior to today's broadcast. Cake and Cookies, The Rob and Katie Show. This is Dude Walker speaking.
Katie Forbes, Von Herman, Rob Speedwax, WABC.